I'm Todd Miller, and I'm an architect and carpenter, and this is a house that I built in the last 2 years based on some sound ecological principles of resalvaging used materials as well as using local materials for as far as manufacturers as well as local labor. The timbers, as you see right here on the posts and the beams, were all milled here on site, so we're using local materials that were just harvested about 300-400 feet away from the house. The windows on the project are from Sierra Pacific Windows, which are SFI certified, which is Sustainable Forest Initiative, which they are pine as far as the window jambs and the mullions. The trim work is all a clear vertical Doug fir, which was salvaged from a local cedar mill in Springfield. And I forgot to mention as well as the floors and all the doors are sealed in wax. It's a German company, Osmo, and it's so that I wouldn't be introducing any sort of Verethanes to the project any more than I needed. Due to the fact that it's a passive solar designed house, I wanted to create a thermal mass, and I did that with a 5.5 to 6 inch concrete slab. There's radiant PEX tube that runs through the whole system. It's a 5-loop system in one zone. I only needed really one zone because the whole house is pretty compact. I haven't even, last winter I've only turned it on a few times, the radiant floor that is when I leave, because I have the wood stove that easily heats the whole house very efficiently, and it's very central to the house as well. The concrete floor was stained with a product called ferrous sulfate, which can be bought at a local hardware store for probably under $10 for a 50-pound bag. Much less expensive than your standard manufactured concrete stains. Part of what I do as an architect as well is look at the environment and how it affects the site design and site planning for a house, and utilizing permaculture principles, bringing in stacking functions in essence, such as using rainwater harvesting and designing and specifying metal roofs that have clean water runoff. It's all baked enamel. And what you can use that water for is your garden beds. And here in this design we've designed retention ponds and bioswales, as well as hook up our rainwater system for fire mitigation in a 1,500-gallon tank that is located on the northeast side of the house. The countertops in the kitchen are all made of a recycled paper product called Paperstone, which works quite easily like wood. You can use a router and even a skill saw to cut all these countertops instead of like a granite that would take a professional, and usually you have to use a diamond edge saw to cut. In addition to the kitchen, all of these cabinets that you see, minus the ones that are the fill-in cabinets like this one, have been salvaged from a house, and they were only used for 3 years, and that was a house here in Cottage Grove. I've also decided, instead of putting a large laundry room, to utilize the hallway and put the washer and dryer in a location that is accessible to the hallway so you can duplicate uses. You can visit my website at www.toddmillerarchitecture.com if you want any additional information or see some of the projects I've done. I do a lot of straw bale, permaculture, alternative building, and for sustainable and ecological purposes.